Previously on the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. Obvious is obvious. So the bloodline turning on Sami Zayn, obvious. Obvious move is obvious. And we're starting to see it unfold. We're starting to see the cracks in the armor. We're starting to see Sami questioning himself, questioning the blood. He's not doing it outright with his words, but good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is Saturday, January 21st, and you know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Podcast, and I am your host, the man of honor, Jeremy Pierce. Welcome, one and all. I once again greatly appreciate you all. I'm recording this a little late, been doing some computer work all day, getting ready for the football game, but here we are. As always, first things first, you know you can check me out on the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook, Tumblr, and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations 52 on Instagram, and the 215 on Twitter. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to grow that YouTube audience. I'm trying to get monetized, people, and I need the subscribers. We'll greatly appreciate it. But today, we are going to be looking at talking about Impact Wrestling and my wish list for them. I've been a fan of Impact Wrestling all the way back into TNA when they were doing weekly pay-per-views on FS1. Who remembers that? But I'm excited to talk about Impact. They don't get a lot of noise made about them, but I'm here to support them. But for now, you know what's next, so just go on and hit my music. All right, so it's gonna be tough on the news front. Let's just start with some free agents, some signings. Casey Navarro is still a free agent. Just like we said last week that Kylie Ray is still a free agent. Casey Navarro is still a free agent. Where he'll go, who knows? Also, Rhett Titus is a free agent. He is no longer under his Ring of Honor contract. Remember Rhett Titus, he was a member of the stable known as the Foundation, which also included Jay Lethal and Tracy Williams. And the NWA star is heading to the WWE. Colby Corino, the son of Steve Corino, will be heading to the WWE. His NWA contract expired last month, and we'll see what's next for him. And in a shocking turn of events, Kylan King is a free agent. I'm completely surprised by that. I'm a fan of Kylan King. She was a big part of the early days of AEW Dark. She's like an upper respected, I don't want to say jobber, but you know what I mean. I hope somebody signs her. An injured WWE star, Mr. Rick Boogs, is working his way back. Remember, he got hurt, I think it was at WrestleMania of last year. Remember the tag team title match against the Usos? Tore his quad and his patellar tendon, but he should be coming back within the next few months. He might even, show up in a Rumble. Who knows? Superstar Billy Graham is no longer the IC after having severe health issues. He is in good health and just working his way back. Triple H and Kevin Dunn held a talent meeting before Raw, just kind of reassuring them of a few things about Vince coming back and creative, and it's just a weird situation to be in. Rampage on the January 13th episode pulled in 513,000 viewers with a .13 in the 18 to 49 demo. That is down from the previous week. But as long as they can stay above, 500,000, that would be great. A longtime WWE employee, Adam Hopkins, who was the vice president of communications, has left the company. And this one was considered shocking. He's not the only exit from the company's PR side, but apparently his is like big. He's been working with the WWE since 1997. This is getting real. It's getting real, y'all. There's a theory going around, but we don't need to dive into it. Monday Night Raw, their ratings slid just a little bit. They did 1.48 million viewers with a .42 in the 18 to 49 demo. That is down from the previous week, but I wholeheartedly expect it to be up. I expect it to be really, really up for the Raw 30th anniversary. And in some really, really just heartbreaking, sad, terrible news that you all may have heard of. Jay Briscoe was in a car accident with his two daughters, and he sadly has passed away. A legend on the indie scene, him and his brother, who were the current Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. He will be missed. His death has shocked just a lot of us, and there's so many people that interacted with him that just heard. There's so many tributes poured in, especially from the AEW side and Impact Wrestling side, and there are many people that in the WWE that knew Jay that sent out their condolences, and WWE even sent out their own condolences. So it's tough, Tony Khan wanted to do a tribute show, but he did do it. They taped it after Rampage, and Warner Media once again blocked the airing of the tribute show. Remember, Warner has stopped AEW from hiring the Brisco brothers from some past comments that that Jay has made previously, but he apologized for them, and he's been getting support, and it just sucks that they cannot allow the Briscoes to appear, but can still allow Dana White and his trash to show up on TV. The tribute show went off without a hitch. It'll be on the Honor Club show, and Jay's daughters are doing well. They have gotten out of surgery. It's a hurt piece, but I'm glad that we got to experience such a wonderful tag team and person. Vince McMahon, his lawsuit with Rita Chatterton has settled. Y'all know about this. This was a lawsuit where she was suing Vince for sexual misconduct and some other things, and they settled. So this part of me makes me think that a sale of the WWE is coming sooner rather than later. Devon Dudley is no longer with the WWE as a producer. He's no longer in the company. So we'll see what's next for Devon. A lot of wrestlers in the company were completely shocked. This is a weird time in the WWE. Dynamite, the ratings went up just a little bit. They pulled in 969,000 viewers with a .31 and the 18 to 49 demo. That's slightly up from the previous week. Colt Cabana is currently working in AEW as a producer. Working on BTE. Working on backstage skits. This is good. This is good. Colt Cabana is a smart man when it comes to the wrestling industry. John Morrison has been sidelined with an injury. We don't know how long he'll be out, but he should be back, at some point this year. SmackDown, their viewership dropped just a little bit. They pulled in 2.11 million views with a 0.5 of an 18 to 49 demo. That's a little bit down from last week. They did 2.18 last week, but that's okay. 2 million viewers is 2 million viewers. That is the news. Once again, we had a nice little week of wrestling, because wrestling is great. So Monday Night Raw, we had a solid build for the Royal Rumble, and I'm actually giving the show a thumbs up. It was just fun. I enjoyed myself. We had a fun opening in-ring segment between the Bloodline, Sami Zayn, and the Judgment Day with Dominic being tough. And speaking a little bit of truth, like, every time the Bloodline came to Raw to cause havoc, they, for some reason, never come at the Judgment Day, and Dom's being just tough, and then the Usos are cracking jokes, and then Solo steps up because Dom clowned him, and then Rhea gets in Solo's face. Oh my god. It was great. Everything about the Judgment Day right now is just clicking. They're just clicking on all cylinders. This leads to a match where Ali versus Solo. Solo attacked after both teams fought each other, but Solo wins the match. After the match, KO attacks the Bloodline and fights them all off. Once again, standing tall. We had a backstage encounter between Elias and MVP, setting up a match later in the evening. The Street Profits defeated Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. MVP was there, and he was disappointed that Cedric and Shelton lost. Bayley and Becky talk about their NXT days, their call-ups, and Bayley's current run. They talk about how even though Becky got called up with Sasha and Charlotte, she was just a no-name. Sasha and Charlotte were really the two that everybody was looking at, while Bayley got to be the star in NXT and got to be the leader because, that's what she is. And Becky's like, look, I don't doubt how good you are. I know how good you are, and I know that you love this business. You work hard, but now you're in a rut, and you can't do anything without EO and Dakota. So next week they'll face each other in a steel cage match at Raw 30. I will be there. Get to see one of my girls, Bayley. Omos beat Elias. That was the match that was set up. The Judgment Day beat the Alpha Academy, and it looks like the Alpha Academy are playing baby faces right now, which really is working for them. Mia Yim beat Io Sky with a little help from Candice. Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss fight. Alexa gets the upper hand after a distraction from Uncle Howdy. Look, it was a little cheesy. I wish it was a little bit different. Bronson Reed absolutely murdered Akira Tozawa into the main event. Bobby Lashley wins a 6-pack elimination match, defeating Seth Rollins, The Miz, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Finn Balor to become the #1 contender for the United States Championship. MVP and Omos got involved just ever so slightly. So hurry up and give me the goddamn Hurt Business. Over on Dynamite, we had a nice little follow-up to the LA show. The OC retained... I'm sorry, not the OC. Orange Cassidy retains his All Atlantic Championship against Jay Lethal. There were a lot of shenanigans ringside with Jay Lethal and his crew, and Jeff Jarrett and the best friends of Danhausen. It was all over the place. Top Flight and a shocking W defeated the Young Bucks. And somebody called this, was like, well, the Bucks shouldn't beat Top Flight. And Top Flight's been on the road, even though they've been losing to the Blackpool Combat Club. They gotta get this W. So will it lead to a tag team title match against the Acclaimed, maybe a trios title match against against the Elite, along with teaming with AR Fox? Who knows? But it's good to see them get a really big W. The Guns and the Acclaimed will be going to family therapy next week. Ricky Starks defeats Jake Hager, much to the chagrin of the JAS. Bryan Danielson beats Bandido in a really good match. And MJF says, people think he can't hang with Danielson for an hour, and he's going to prove them wrong. That's been his whole career. MJF pays off Brian Cage to hurt Danielson. He even slapped Brian Cage in the face, and MJF is about to get murdered. Tony Storm defeated Willow Nightingale after Saraya interfered. We were told they told Sheeta to stay at ringside, but don't. She took the candlestick from her. Then after the match, Tony and Willow, not Sheeta, turned heel after the match beating up Willow Nightingale. Ruby made the save while Sheeta couldn't believe what was happening. She was kind of just like frozen, and Tony and Saraya explain themselves about they're tired of hearing about these AEW originals who think they know everything. They haven't really done anything. So this leads me to believe we're going to get a blood and guts match with the AEW originals versus the AEW outsiders. But here's the thing: where does Sheeta fit in this? Because Sheeta is an original, but this also revolves around Britt and Jamie, but Sheeta and Britt and Jamie, they don't get along. So why would Sheeta team with Britt? Oh, this is such a good storyline. People say AEW doesn't have storylines. And in the main event, Darby Allin retains the TNT Championship against Kushida. The show gets a fist. It was really good. I just wanted a little bit more. I wish the women weren't in the same fucking spot every single week. Over on Impact, we got our fallout from Hard to Kill. The last rodeo is over. Mickie James celebrates her championship win before Bully Ray comes to the ring trying to bully her, and she stands her ground. So Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans try it as well, and that don't work. Before Frankie Kazarian and Jordan Grace come out to back her up. Santino, who's the director of Authority, is trying to figure out what to do until Ernest the Cat Miller arrives and says, Santino, I'll help you. Remember I was commissioner of WCW. This is why I love Impact. To set up a match, Mickie, Frankie, and Jordan taking on Bully, Tasha, and Savannah, with Mickie and her team winning. After the match, Masha Slamovich comes out and gives Mickie the death warrant. Mickie ain't having none of that, so that's our next title match for Mickie James. Deonna Purrazzo defeated Ashley Diamos. After the match backstage, Trey Miguel was negging Ashley, and Mike Jackson wasn't having none of it, so he'll get a title match against Trey Miguel. Killer Kelly defeated Taylor Wilde, and I can see these two becoming a tag team just because their love of violence turns them on. Steve Macklin defeated Dirty Dango, and Mike Bailey defeated Kenny King in the first Impact Wrestling Fight Pit. Loved it. Over on SmackDown, we had a tag team focused show, as all of the matches were for the tag team, part of the tag team tournament. Sheamus and Drew defeated the Viking Raiders to advance. This match got the most time out of all the matches in the tournament. Roman gives Sami Zayn the cold shoulder and continues gaslighting him. LA Knight cuts a promo, wins a squash match, and the Firefly Funhouse is back. All of our characters are back with a little bit of Howdy thrown in, and they just talk about what's next, what's going to happen. Stay tuned. Hit Row defeated Los Lotharios to advance in the tag team tourney. Sonya Deville sneaks Charlotte while they're in the ring, and she'll get her title match one way or another. Anytime you can just fucking punch Charlotte Flair in the face, I am all for it. Imperium beat the Brawling Brutes to advance in the tag team tourney. Legado del Fantasma defeated the Maximum Male Models to also advance in the tag team tourney. So in the tournament were the Viking Raiders, Sheamus and Drew, Hit Row, Los Lotharios, Imperium, the Brawling Brutes, Legado del Fantasma, Maximum Male Models. That also leaves the Usos on and the New Day. So SmackDown has 10 tag teams. That's what I like to see. So Roman apologizes to Sami after talking to the Wise Man, and Wiseman tells him, it might be better to have Sami in the castle instead of outside of the castle, especially with everything going around with Kevin Owens. And Roman tells Sami to get everything ready, get the cars ready. As soon as this contract signing is done, we out of here. So we get to the contract signing, and Kevin Owens just straight up gives Roman a stunner, fights off the bloodline, saying Sami, power bombs Roman through the table, and then signs the contract, and Sami was too late. So now more gaslighting is going to happen, because on Raw 30, the Roman Reigns acknowledgement ceremony has now become the trial of Sami Zayn. This is crazy. SmackDown gets the fist over on Rampage. Jungle Boy defeated Ethan Page after Matt Hardy accidentally caused Ethan Page to lose. So on Dynamite, it'll be Jungle Hook versus Ethan Page and Matt Hardy. Eddie Kingston attacked Ortiz after they have some words. This feud makes no sense. I hate this feud. It doesn't need to happen. Brian Cage defeated Willie Mack. Jade Cargill and Layla Hirsch defeated Layla Gray defeated the Vanity Twins. Love me some Layla Gray. And Action Andretti defeated Daniel Garcia in the main event. Jericho and Sammy Guevara on commentary. They were not happy. Our matches of the week. Got a little bit. Monday Night Raw, the six-pack United States title elimination #1 contenders match. That's a mouthful. From Dynamite, Bryan Danielson versus Bandido. From Impact, the Fight Pit, Mike Bailey versus Kenny King. This Fight Pit was a little bit different from the WWE's Fight Pit. So I want you guys to go compare and contrast and tell me which one you really prefer. And our star of the week, I'm giving this to Jay Brisco, man. Rest in peace. I'm sending out love and positivity to you, your family, your wife, your daughters, and your brother. Your Mark must be just going through it right now. So I want to see your family recover and your daughters recover, and you'll be missed, man. You'll be missed. That's the news. Sorry, that's not the news. That's the weekend review. Sorry, y'all, and we'll be right back. If you all don't know, I am truly a fan of Impact Wrestling. I've been pretty much watching, following, keeping up with them all the way back to Six-Sided Ring days on FS1 weekly paper. Sorry, not even FS1. Fox Sports weekly pay-per-views. It's been a lot. The company's gone through so many changes, many highs, some really good highs and some really terrible lows. Because when Impact fumbled the bag, they truly fumbled the bag. But here they are surviving. Here they are being strong, keeping forward, and just absolutely putting on, in my opinion, the best wrestling show week in and week out. And I want to see them succeed. I want to see them grow. I want to see them get back to some of the things that they used to have before a lot of the, fumbling of the bags. So here I'll have my Impact Wrestling wish list. Now, with this wish list, this is what I'm hoping that they can get, they can accomplish, they can achieve, some things they can do. Because I think if they can get all of this, get these things, they'll grow and they'll be able to maybe not be the number 2 promotion, but surely be up there in the top 3. Because I still think they're probably 3rd. WWE's 1, then AEW, and then I would go with Impact over New Japan or AAA. But I want to see Impact be great. That's what I want. So here is my Impact Wrestling wish list. And I say let's start off with this. Find a buyer. Find a big money buyer, but also someone that loves. They don't even have to love wrestling. They just have to be able to sit back and just make the money. The current owner of Impact Wrestling is, what do I want to say? Anthem. Yeah. They're owned by Anthem Sports Entertainment. So it's the Anthem Wrestling Exhibitions LLC, commonly known by its trademark name, Impact Wrestling. Anthem Sports LLC. That's a new one. That's Impact Wrestling official name, Anthem Sports LLC. Wow. But so they're owned by, somebody big. I just wish it was somebody different. I don't think Anthem really understands what they have. You know what I mean? Like Tony Khan is a wrestling fan, so he knows what he has in his bag. And Anthem, they have other live sporting companies and events, but Impact is a well-known wrestling promotion with well-known stars, and you need a buyer, you need an owner who recognizes that. It might be time for someone like Comcast or Amazon or Netflix to buy Impact from Anthem. Everybody needs live content, for sure. Everybody. And with the the rumors of the potential sale of the WWE, maybe you can't buy WWE. Maybe you go and buy Impact. It's just a thought. I think just having a new owner would really, really change some things. Next up on my wish list, would love for some more Forbidden Door work. And this is also going to tie into a few other things. The Forbidden Door is when, wrestlers from other companies go to wrestlers and fight wrestlers in other companies. And honestly, no one's done more Forbidden Door work than Impact. No one. They've worked with the WWE, AEW, AAA, New Japan. I don't want to assume CMLL, but they've worked with a lot of companies. Hell, Moose had a match with Okada. Yeah. Mickie James was in the Royal Rumble when Kenny was doing his belt collector gimmick during the pandemic. Yeah. They were all over Impact. And that helped broaden eyes to Impact. Now, I wish they did more with the women, just like AEW. When the Forbidden Door was going on, the women were not involved at all. And this is kind of like an AEW thing as well. Open up the Forbidden Door to more than just New Japan. You go AEW, New Japan, Impact. You can get some great matches between not only the men but the women as well. Hell, I had a dream. I was really, really high. But think about a Forbidden Door charity show where like wins and losses don't matter, but it's a fundraiser. That would be great. That way you can do your dream matches without it affecting storylines. So have Josh Alexander, who's the current Impact World Champion, take on Okada, or have Serena Deeb fight Deonna Purrazzo, two of the best technical women wrestlers on the planet. Just stuff like that. It can happen, and Impact can make it happen. I think we all would benefit from that. Now, if you follow Impact on YouTube and on Facebook, the one thing that you will recognize is that they play a lot of throwback videos, which is great. You always remember your past. But what is something that you notice about that? The arenas. And this goes hands in hand with that as well. Bigger arena means a bigger audience. Remember, for a long time, I used to wrestle in the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida at Universal Studios. Fun fact, Dark is taped in the old Impact Studios. Yeah, not Dark Elevation, but Dark. So here we are, and I'm looking at these videos. I'm like, man, they were in some big arenas. I remember here in Philly, Lockdown and Bound for Glory. I want to say Bound for Glory 2007. How good am I? Let's see if I got this right. Bound for Glory wrestling pay-per-view. Did I get this right? Bound for Glory 07. No, that was in Georgia. Bound for Glory 2011 was in Philadelphia at the Liacouras Center, and that's definitely bigger than a couple of other arenas that they've been in. Just a bigger arena that would come, from having a new owner who would put more money into the company. And with a bigger arena comes a bigger audience. And a bigger audience means you have all eyes on you. And I don't mean just bigger audience by just those in the arena. I mean a bigger audience globally, nationally. More eyes on the company means you're doing something right. Like I said before, time and again, I think Impact is the most consistently good company right now. Right now. They put on just a great show week in and week out. And a way to get a bigger audience, a way to get a bigger arena from having a buyer gets you a better TV deal. So, how many of you actually know where to watch Impact? Who knows what channel Impact actually comes on at? Comes on Access TV. I have no idea where Access TV is. On Comcast, on Verizon. Look, since let me give you a quick breakdown. So when Impact at that time, TNA was created. It was the second largest wrestling promotion, only behind the WWE. And then by like 2017, a lot of us thought it fell behind Ring of Honor. They lost their TV contract in 2014 from Spike TV. They had a good contract with Spike TV, and Dixie Carter messed that up. Was stupid, but she messed it up. So now the company has monetary and personal issues, and that's their decline. But 2019 came. They were purchased by Anthem, and they got an international TV deal, which is giving them most of their money right now, because these companies, wrestling companies, they make the bulk of their money from TV deals, right? And now with the formation of AEW and their high TV deal on TNT, which is in more households than Access, Impact is now, in essence, viewed as a smaller company. So we've got to get them a better TV deal. And like I said before, that comes from finding a better buyer, because a better buyer needs to get them a better TV deal. So, like, you figure this: TNT is on basic. TNT and TBS is on basic cable, so it's on most homes. But you know, it's probably in more homes than TNT. HBO Max, Amazon Prime, hell, Paramount Plus. All of these streaming platforms can do live sports. Peacock does it, CBS does it, Amazon does it. Netflix actually does it. Netflix and HBO are the only two, I think, major platforms that don't have live events. It'd be great, because getting on a streaming platform might just be better than a TV deal at this point. Better TV deal, bigger audience, bigger arenas, and you can start making real money. Real money. What I would love for them to do now, if you get a new buyer with a bigger audience, better TV deal, I need them to hire more women. I need them to hire more women. Let's take a look at the current women's roster on AEW. Alicia Edwards, Deonna Purrazzo, Gia Miller, Giselle Shaw, Jessica Havoc, Jordan Grace, Killer Kelly, Masha Slamovich, Mickie James, Rosemary, Savannah Evans, Su Yung, Tasha Steelz, Taya Valkyrie, Taylor. Wow, Gia Miller is a backstage interviewer. And our current women's tag team champions are the Death Dolls, Taya, Rosemary, and Jessica. That's a small women's roster. In comparison, if we go to, let's go to AEW. Check out their women's roster. Anna Jay, Athena, Charlotte Renegade, Dasha, Diamante, Britt, Emi Sakura, Sheeta, Jade, Jamie, Julia Hart, Kayla Rossi, Kiera Hogan, Chris Statlander, Layla Gray, Leva Bates, Lexi Nair, Layla Hirsch, Madison Rain, Maria Kanellis, Marina Shafir, Mercedes Martinez, Nyla Rose, Paige Van Zant, Penelope Ford, Rebel, Red Velvet, Renee Paquette, Riho, Robin Renegade, Ruby Soho, Soraya, Serena Deeb, Sky Blue, Tay Mello, The Bunny, Thunder Rosa, Tony Storm, Vicky Guerrero, Willow Nightingale, and Yuka Sakazaki. If we take out the interviewers, so we take out and who doesn't really wrestle, that we don't see often. So we take out Charlotte, Dasha, Kayla Rossi, and let's take out who's hurt as well. So Chris, Lexi, Layla Hirsch, Paige Van Zant, Robin Renegade, Renee, Rebel, Thunder Rosa. So we're taking Vicky. That's about, 11? That's still much, much more than what Impact has to offer. And this ties into my second point. I love that Impact has women's tag team titles, but you can't keep rotating titles between the same group of women that just keep making different teams and changing affiliations. Is going to get tiring. So what I would love to have is allow the women's tag team titles to be defended in other promotions. Imagine the Death Dolls showing up in AEW. Hell, you don't even got to do it in many other promotions. You can just do it in AEW. You can do it in WOW, Women's Wrestling. Stardom. So imagine Death Doll showing up on Dynamite and defending the championships against TJ, or them showing up in Stardom and defending it against Kyrie and Yuya. Like this, I think this is something that so much needs to happen, because as much as I think WWE doesn't really care about the women's tag team titles, they have enough women to rotate the championships around where it doesn't get boring, and everybody's going to get long title reigns. But here at Impact, it's like, hey, who you're facing now? Oh, we're gonna have Taylor Wilde and Killer Kelly be a team, and then they'll win the titles, and then they'll split, and then we'll do Killer Kelly and Giselle Shaw, and they're a team. So it's like, hire more women, and then allow the titles to be defended in other promotions. It would do wonders for the company, and once again, it ties into the Forbidden Door aspect of it all. I just think it's something that really should happen. And lastly, I won't even be long with this one. The rest of the wrestling world, the fair weather, easygoing fans need to recognize and understand just how real, just how good Josh Alexander is. The guy is amazing. He should be on anyone's best wrestlers of 2022 list. He should be top 5. Yes, I'd probably put him over Roman. Whatever Roman's best match is from 2023, Josh Alexander has 5 better than Roman. Josh Alexander is so good. And again, this ties into everything. Getting a bigger buyer, a new buyer, a bigger audience, bigger arenas, better TV deal. Your roster can start to get recognized, because there is some truly great talent on this Impact Wrestling roster. Truly great. And they deserve your attention. They deserve to be seen. This wish list is real, and I'm hoping more people hear this and understand just how much I love Impact Wrestling. I love wrestling in general. I love Impact Wrestling. I love AEW. I love WWE. I love New Japan and Ring of Honor and AAA. I want more for Impact, because they were once a great company. They can be great again. I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. But that's our show, ladies and germs and gentlemen. Thank you as always for listening, for watching. Please come back. Next week, we got our Royal Rumble preview show. I think I'm going to try to record this one Friday night, possibly. So just you can get ready for the Rumble. Just, get the predictions out the way. Don't forget to check out my newest list video of uploaded shortly, soon, of potential Rumble winners. 5 for the men, 5 for the women. Might do 10, who knows? As always, check out the socials. Charismatic Creations on Facebook, Tumblr, and YouTube. Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram. The 215 on Twitter. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Be on the lookout for the coffee page and hopefully a Patreon some point in the future. And as always, Xia Li, Wendy Chu, Shotzi Blackheart, and Gigi Dolan. Holla at your boy. Peace.